What I look for in a city that I choose as a destination specifically has to do with kind of how I feel specifically. If I can't feel that from afar, first I would look and see if they have a really nice walking culture, if they have like a lot of bars and restaurants that are easy to kind of relax and just kind of enjoy yourself. Some of the main advantages living in Buenos Aires as a digital nomad, number one is extremely affordable for someone who's making dollars or foreign currency. Number two, I think that there's a lot of variety. So you can come here and feel kind of like you feel maybe in New York City or in Los Angeles, where you get this variety of gastronomy, you get this variety of events, art, culture, and more specifically, the people. The people are beautiful in and out. If I had to leave the city tomorrow, I would mostly miss kind of my connection with the people and the idea of going out and feeling libre, as they say in Spanish, just feeling free. I don't get that feeling in other cities in the world, and it's something that I highly value. Currently, I live in Palermo, Soho. Palermo in general is kind of my favorite neighborhood. I've always wanted to live in Palermo, Soho, and now that I'm here in Buenos Aires working online, that's my favorite neighborhood. That's where I spend my time. Finding accommodation in Buenos Aires can be difficult. I mean, you always have these websites that, you do like short-term living, and that can kind of get you started, at least get you on the ground. There are also a lot of websites that will kind of give you references. I found it difficult because I'm a little bit more exigente, as you say in Spanish. I kind of have higher standards. But overall, the places that I've found so far, because I've bounced around a lot, have been incredible and just kind of like I've built them as my palace and happy place to be in Buenos Aires, so it's been a good experience. I did have a bike here once. I currently don't, but I'm looking for one because the bike lanes here, you can get across the city, go anywhere super safe, so I highly recommend getting a bike in Buenos Aires, absolutely. But I use mostly rideshare companies. As far as cultural offers go here in Buenos Aires, I feel, again, like there's so much variety. I feel like, you can find anything and everything that you're looking for. There's gonna be this subculture groups of people that are meeting up. Often you'll find them meeting in parks. I mean, I think the other day I saw a sword fighting group in the park of El Rosedal. And then when it comes to city events, the other day I found an event in Palermo, Soho, close to my house, where they kind of have blocked off the streets and they're doing local artists, musicians as well, and it just feels good. It feels good to be around during those times. I would rate the gastronomy here in Buenos Aires to be excellent. Lots of variety and lots of art coming with that. I have a lot of friends who actually are chefs here in the city, in Buenos Aires, and they are kind of tied in with this idea of fusion. So you take like traditional, maybe Argentine, and tying it with Chinese food. Or, I have another friend who runs a Korean barbecue place in Palermo, Hollywood, which is something that I feel like is not part of this culture, but if you can get that here, it's excellent. And I think Buenos Aires in general is a place that people are extremely open and worldly. And so to have all these things at your fingertips and at your alcance is really, really nice. So when it comes to exchanging money, I definitely think that if you're a foreigner and you make dollars or a foreign currency, I think it's important that you need to take advantage of this maybe dollar blue rate. And so it's important to exchange your money maybe with a local contact. But other than that, I also have found that Western Union recently has been a really, really good place to go. It's official and it seems safe and trustworthy. The social life as a digital nomad here in Buenos Aires specifically, or just social life in general, it's kind of one of the main reasons why I'm here. I have a lot of friends here in Buenos Aires, and I feel like this is the city that never sleeps. They say that in Spanish, la ciudad que nunca duerme, ¿no? Like, la ciudad de la furia, you know? And so therefore, for me personally, there's never not something happening in the city. And people inviting me, you know, you often get these asados, which is like a local barbecue, which is really, really fun. If you can get tapped into that, then that's a true experience, you know? You gotta really tap into that, and I think the way to do that also is through language and dialect. Learn to speak a little bit of the language and people will love you for it. When meeting someone in general, historically in my life, I've met people online, specifically because I make content online, and so I connect. One, because of the content that I make, it allows for other people who have similar, you know, gustos, digamos. But now, as the time is changing, I really do value meeting someone in person as well. It's just a different connection. It's you know, there's no kind of misconception or preconceptions of who this person is, and it's just getting back to the roots, getting back to the old times. Meet someone in person is beautiful, but you know, use the internet. You know, it's there for that reason. So. In Buenos Aires, personally, because I make content online and I'm known as this reference as the Shanky, the gringo, the estadounidense, the person from the United States who loves Argentina, I've been invited out to a lot of really, really cool experiences. I have a plethora of experiences, and we could talk about this forever. But one that really stands out to me personally is getting invited to go to the very top of the Obelisko. I thought, you know, that wasn't ever even a possibility until I got the invitation and I filmed the entire experience, and it was really surreal being up there and kind of filming 9 de Julio from above. And also seeing on 9 de Julio, there's this house that was built on top of a building, and a lot of the people don't know about it, but you can see it if you're walking by, and I finally got to see that from a really cool perspective. And so that to me was wild, because the first day I came to Buenos Aires, I remember with my backpack, taking a photo in front of the Obelisko, you know, and then being at the top and seeing the city from up above was unreal.